Welcome back to Tweener Heads. Welcome back to another special interview today with Alastair Gray. The man has had a career high of number 30 in the country as a TCU player. The guy has led his team to a team ranking of number 7, 2 ITA Texas Regional Awards for Sportsmanship, Arthur Ashe Leadership, and Rafael Asuna Sportsmanship Awards, and is now competing at the UK Pro Series. So, Alastair, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
No, this has been good. I mean, you have been competing so far in the UK Pro Series. You just beat a fellow Brit, Billy Harris, actually pretty easily too, 6'2", 6'3". How's it been back? How's it been back competing again?
It's been great. I mean, England's doing a great job of putting on tournaments in these difficult times and giving an opportunity for all the British players to play against one another. So it's been great, and yeah, I really enjoyed getting back and competing and playing tennis again. It's been great.
How have you been doing with who else has been competing in the UK Pro Series besides you, Billy Harris, Ryan Peniston, Lloyd Glasspool?
Yeah.
Both of them went to D1 schools. I think Lloyd went to Texas. Ryan went to University of Memphis.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Is Cam playing it as well? I know a fellow TCU Horn Frog has been playing it as well. You guys recently played doubles together too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We that was in a slightly different tournament. It wasn't the UK Pro Circuit. It was in the British Tour that we played doubles, and we won that. Yeah, it was a good. We played Joe and Dom in the final, who also went to college in America, Memphis and Virginia.
Nice.
So, yeah, a lot of the college boys in England are coming through.
What's the difference between the Pro Series and the British Tour?
So the British Tour is run by the LTA, which is the Lawn Tennis Association in England. It's just like the USTA, and the Pro Circuit event is like a separate event which is being run by Jamie Delgado, who's Andy Murray's coach. And
nice.
It's like a completely separate thing. It's nothing to do with the British Tennis Organization. So it's great that we've got those two options.
Right now. Wow. You guys are very fortunate to have that.
Really are. Really are.
UK has been doing a really good job with everything, and with Jamie doing the Battle of the Brits, that seems like a great event for all you guys.
Yeah, there was the Battle of the Brits a couple of weeks ago at the NTC, and now there's the team one. There's the team Battle of the Brits, which is going to be happening next week, which I'm going to be playing in, which I'm very excited about.
Oh, that's huge! Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
Who's going to be on your team? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I haven't been told any of that information. I think we'll find it all out on Sunday, and yeah, then we'll get going on Monday.
Oh, fantastic. Well, good luck to you. That's going to be huge.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Thanks.
So let's move on to your TCU career, because your TCU career, you're a senior this year. First off, in your junior year, you went from 6 foot to 6'1". Did you have any saying in that on the website, or did you, or was that kind of random?
It's kind of random, honestly. I mean, I have grown since I've been at TCU, but I'm actually 6'3", so there's no.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the TCU's not too accurate with that stuff, but.
So you go from 6 foot, 6'1" to now 6'3".
Yeah.
In a matter of 4 years.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think I would have arrived at TCU at around 6'1", 6'2", and now I think I'm at 6'3". I don't know if I'm still growing or not. But,
How old are you?
22.
Oh, how are you still growing? I'm shocked.
I started growing late, so it's a possibility. I was definitely still growing last year, so
okay.
We just see, yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah. What's been your favorite moment so far? There's got to be so many.
There are so many. The two that spring to mind though are when we played Oklahoma away, and it was very late at night. It was 3-3, and I clinched the match for the team at the number 2 spot. That was in my sophomore year, which was my first real it wasn't my first win, but it was my first like very significant win for the team, which was just
Nice.
amazing. Yeah, and so that one was really good. And then also when we played Mississippi State on the road in Mississippi, and this was in the Sweet 16 to get to the Elite Eight, and that was a really, really special win. Just because Mississippi State, I don't think had lost at home in 2 years.
Wow.
Given all of the things that had happened on the journey, like we lost all of our bags, so we couldn't travel on the first day that we got there, and then the second day it was raining, so we just practiced indoors on the court. So the first time we hit on the courts was the warm up for the match. So all those kind of things, like those adversities that we had to deal with, made the win a lot sweeter.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was also to get to Orlando, which was the first year that it was the Elite Eight only at the NCAA site instead of the Sweet 16. So
Wow. So you've like TCU has been one of the top programs for years, and I've always admired it. I wanted to go there. Unfortunately, I never had the skills to go there, but that's just me. I wasn't a 6 foot turning 6'3" pro from England. But what made you choose TCU?
So my coach in England knew the coaches at TCU. They played on the tour together.
Nice.
When they were all playing. Also, Cam was there. I didn't know him too well, to be honest, but I got in touch with him, and he was very helpful in getting me to get to know the place. So that's kind of why I went and visited. And then when I visited, it was just an unbelievable place with all the people there, so welcoming and homely. That it was just it was kind of my really only option. It was just a great decision, one of the best of my life. So.
Was there any other options when you were first looking at colleges, or was it kind
there
of
was.
TCU?
No, there were options. I went and visited UT,
Okay.
and I also visited Georgia Tech. I really liked the
Wow.
coach there. It was a good program as well. So it kind of, and also I was talking with the University of Florida a lot. I never actually visited there, but
Okay.
I've been speaking to their coaches for quite a while as well. So between those four, it was a close decision, but I felt TCU was the one. So
Did Cam kind of push that decision on you as a fellow Brit? And
yeah, for sure he did. Yeah.
how would you describe your game? Because you have actually a big one-hander from the old footage that I've seen on YouTube. You kind of have that slapping, like,
Yeah.
Dominic Thiem flat one-hander. How would you describe it?
My backhand or my game?
Let's go game, and then we'll get to the backhand.
Okay. I'd say I've got a pretty all-round game.
Okay.
I think I like to come to the net a lot, which is probably where I try and win most of my points. I'll try and be dominant in most points, and be aggressive from the baseline and try and come forward. But I think I'm trying to create an all-round game so that I have everything covered. I don't want any weaknesses in my game, and I think coming forward and using variety these days isn't seen too much. So I think that's something that I'm kind of doubling down on to try and get the most benefits out of that. As I said, people won't see that as much these days.
Nice. So the backhand now, who'd you look up to when you were growing up?
I mean, obviously there's Stan, there's Team,
Yeah.
who have got just big backhands. Federer's got more of the slice and the kind of the feel around it. So
Mm-hmm.
I love Stan's backhand honestly the most probably.
So
I
good.
think it's I mean, not that the other two aren't, but that's probably one that I would lean towards if I was to say it was my favorite, and something that I would try and emulate.
Yeah, because of the amount of power, and it just seems like people are going towards more of a flatter shot than kind of the classic. Even Gasquet too, for me. Like, I never understood like how he didn't get that much power on it.
I mean, I think he goes. I think you're right. I think he goes for more of the topspin angle kind of route. I'm sure he can still hit it pretty hard when he chooses. But yeah, I'd agree with you. There are some different. I mean, the one-hander can be quite versatile now, as opposed to sometimes a two-hander, which can be a lot more solid on one hand, but on the other hand, there's not as much you can do with it. So I think it's just about using what you've got to the most advantage.
Has that been helpful in the college game? Because I feel like in today's college game, it's gone from a very power-oriented to more versatile all-around game that you're trying to develop now. How would you say that's different than, say, how would you say the college game is different compared to people that you may play on the UK Pro Series?
Well, on the college tour, there's a lot of Americans, obviously, and Americans tend to have a particular way of playing where they're hitting big serves, big forehands, and as you say, like a pretty powerful type of game. That's something that they're kind of instilled, I feel like, is the philosophy in America. But now, obviously, there's a lot more international, so they're getting a lot more variety of the type of player that you see. I mean, the people I'm playing at the UK Pro Series are all, they're all very, very good players, and as they are at college, the level is extremely high across the board now. There are so many good players, so I can't say that there's too much of a difference. I would just say that, I think people are becoming more multi-dimensional as opposed to kind of just hitting ground strokes from the back. I feel like it is going away from that one-dimensional tennis a little bit more.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I wish for a college game, I feel like, especially the team aspect too, definitely has to play a big factor for you in competing, especially for singles and doubles. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, playing doubles every week is great for you for all different skills as well. So that's really good to develop them and just competing as well.
Do you play singles and doubles for TCU, or do you mostly play singles?
I do. I play singles and doubles. Yeah.
What numbers do you play?
I play one singles, and we started, me and my fellow Brit Jacob Fernley. We were playing one for the most of the season before it got cut down.
Okay.
But I played three doubles sometimes with Max Kurzban as well. He's another guy on that team.
Nice.
So I kind of you can float around a little bit more in the doubles, because it depends on who you're playing with and stuff like that. So,
what makes you guys, besides being British, what made you guys click as a doubles team?
Honestly, we're really we match each other very well on the doubles court. I'd say Jacob's got a very powerful game. He's got really, really powerful ground strokes, and I'd say my forte in doubles would be that I'm good around the net, and I cover a lot of ground because of got quite a big wingspan. So I would say his power from the back and my kind of covering the net was a really good combination.
Well, you've been saying that you've been trying to get to the net, and that's how you play your game. So I feel like with that wingspan and with his power, it would complement each other very well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that you said that you think doubles like helps everyone's game when you transition to singles? What can people, maybe a younger generation, how would you say that doubles helps your singles game?
So, first of all, serve and return is the two most probably important shots in the game, and they just get accentuated when you're playing doubles. When you're doubles, you need to make first serves and you need to make returns. Otherwise, you're not going to get in the match. So, hitting your spots on your serve and getting control of the point that way, and then also just making as many returns as possible so you can somehow get in the opponent's return games, in the opponent's service games. So I'd say that would be the number one thing. But then also just being comfortable being at the net. It sounds weird, like why wouldn't you be comfortable at the net? But when you are there, things happen a lot quicker. So in doubles, you get a lot more repetition of this. So you become a little bit calmer at the net and a little bit more comfy of the shorter points and kind of finishing the ball at the net. So it is an all-round. It does help create a lot of skills that you might not need to use in singles, but you can use.
Mm-hmm. I like that, because I feel like a lot of people have been kind of weary of playing doubles and singles, but it seems like it doesn't matter how you play. It just seems maybe a bit more fun to play doubles, but it can definitely benefit you when transitioning to a singles game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of the pros now are playing a lot of singles and doubles. So, and I think that's because they think that it's going to be helping their singles game. I mean, it's not. I mean, if you're playing singles, you can definitely still play doubles, given your body allows it, and there's still a lot of prize money to be won and titles to be won in doubles as well. So, you know, it's not it can't be seen as like a fallback doubles. It's still I mean, it's a hell of a career if you become a good doubles player.
I agree. I have two more questions before we leave, and this is going to put a little bit of pressure on you to answer, but I was going to ask you. You've won 2 ITA region postseason awards, the Arthur Ashe Leadership and the Ozuna Sportsmanship Award. Why do you think you won those?
What do I think I won them? Well, I'm the captain for the team, so I think my coach would have put me forward for those awards. In the way that I lead the team. I would also say potentially, I mean, you're kind of asking me to
brag about yourself, but it's
brag about myself.
No, but it's not every day that someone gets to win those, and I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but
no, it's a good question.
What kind of leader do you see yourself as? The quiet type, the more aggressive type to push people, or
what kind of a leadership? I mean, I think I like to think a bit of both. I mean, if a teammate needs some support and some, needs to talk to someone about something, then I'm there for sure. But if also someone's not pulling their weight, then I'll let them know. Over the last 2 years, I'm obviously learning. I'm a young player, so there's obviously a lot to learn as a captain and a leader. And I think because I'm willing to learn in that department, I think that might have helped me. Might have helped me getting in the contest for those awards. I mean, I don't know how the awards were exactly announced, but I think other coaches vote as well. So, I mean, I have good relationships with a lot of the other coaches, and I make a point to always show a lot of respect to other teams, and I think that's important to do.
Yeah, you're not one of those that tries to clip calls and
No,
okay. It seems to happen a lot. So as long as you don't do that, I think you're good.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of that happening. I mean, there's a lot of competition. It's very high intensity, It's easy to do.
Okay, and the last question I have to ask you is, what's up with your coach's hat?
I love my hat. I love his hat. And when we won the Big 12, my sophomore year, or was it freshman year, he got us all hats, which was pretty awesome.
All have one.
So that's why I said my hat. Yeah, we all have one, and I have it hanging up in my room at TCU, which is pretty cool.
I wish you guys had a team. Do you have a team photo with all of that?
We do.
Yeah. I have to find that.
Yeah.
If you have that, I would love you to send that to me.
I'll try sending it to you. Yeah.
That would be perfect. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. No, Rudi is a very that just kind of sums him up. He's very extrovert, very fun-loving, very, into the college tennis, and he's just it's like a trademark of his, and everyone knows him for the hat, and that's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah.
Well, Alastair, I really appreciate you joining me today for this interview. If you guys want to go check out Alastair, I'll leave all the social media links in the description below, so that way you guys can go follow his TCU journey and make sure that he's doing okay, and hopefully that you get your senior season this year. Cross
Yeah.
your fingers. But
Yeah.
Alastair, I really appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.